Hey, hello, this is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch this video. You can also give me the comments with hashtag replay, which will mean for me that you are watching the replay. Um, Today we have another very technical topic, and I have decided to actually prepare this material for you. And there is not a live training. Hey, hi guys, this is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some. We have today a quite technical topic. I'm going to cover part 2 of effortless video editing, and I would like to show you what you can do with your video. In the previous portion, we were just trimming, cutting, beginning and the end of your film, and today I'm going to show you how you can actually either glue two parts together or cut out interesting fragment from your video material and maybe add some elements to this fragment, like some boards, some titles, some special effects. So let me share my screen with you, and in a minute I'm going to demonstrate how you can do it. I will be doing it exactly as I'm doing all my material, so just follow my steps and everything will be fine. Don't be scared. So, sharing the screen. Yeah, I need to go to my going to today we are going to share quite technical topic. It is part 2 of hi guys, this is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching this little video. Today, as promised, I'm going to share with you part 2 of effortless video editing. And if you remember in the last part, I was sharing with you how you can actually trim your video, so cut the beginning and the end of unnecessary content that you don't want to share with your public. And today I'm going to focus on actual editing. So what I would like to present is how you can cut out a shorter fragment from your video, let's say 1 minute, 2 minutes, that you would like to use as a prompt, for instance, for your advertising, and how you can add any extra elements. And these extra elements could be either special effects, meaning sounds and visuals. You can add subtitles. You can add some animations, if you like, and you can add some boards. And actually the boards, meaning the text boards, are quite useful, especially to start with and to finish. But also sometimes we need it just in the middle of the presentation to introduce like a new thought or new idea. This is especially important when you are preparing materials, for instance, for your courses, for training material. So let me just share my screen. And as of this moment, you will be seeing me just in the right upper corner, and you will be seeing my my screen. So, okay, what you see here, I have a copy of the movie that we will be working on, and I'm going to use this movie in my video editor. If you remember, I was using the video editor, Microsoft video editor, so I simply open that editor, it's there. So we are here in my editing studio. What I need to do, and let me just close maybe, okay, this. I need to move zoom elements so that they don't hide anything. We are going to start the new project. So what you need to do, you need to basically click in your left upper corner on the new video project, and then the blank canvas for this project will be open. So we click that, and normally I would be scared seeing that, because I see here a big information like your project library is empty. Don't worry, so we will be loading up the material in a sec. So the Microsoft Video Editor just asks us to name our project. And that's a quite smart move in the beginning, because if you don't do this, by default, it will just name your video new video, and you end up then having a library of new videos, and it's difficult for you to recognize that. If you have a specific name, use it, or you can use the dates. I'm going to use the editing training, 25th of May. So what I see already that I have a project which is started. I can edit the name of this project title if I like at any moment. And then let me just introduce you to our studio. The elements of this studio is our project library. This is the place we will be sort of dumping or putting all the elements, all the video elements we are going to need for our project editing. For now, it is empty. In a second, we will be putting there the materials, and maybe let me just put our movie, because this actually is the only material I'm going to use. So what you do, you just click on little plus here. The funny sound in the background that you hear, it is my dog who is stretching his legs. So I hope you don't mind. He's just walking here. He will lie down in a sec. Maybe he will show his face. It is possible. Okay, so I'm going to add my Zoom recording, which is embedded, or which is put on my PC. But actually, I can take any material from either already my collection, which will be my other video projects, or I can take any video material from the web. So we are concentrating today on our training materials. So I'm clicking here my PC, my computer. So let me take my video, which we have here. So I am clicking that, and I need to click open, and only by clicking open, this video is magically uploaded to our project library. So we are here, we have our resource deposit, if you like. Another resource. Yes, I'm looking for the good word here. This is actually on the bottom of the screen. What you see is actually the storyboard. If you are familiar with how our movies being made, the creative people actually prepare the concept board, which is called actually the storyboard. So you have there all the scenes one after another. Initially they were drawn, now they are more animated, but actually all the elements that you would like to have are presented there. So we will be putting there all the elements, pieces of our video that we would like to have in our final material. And the final material will be screened for us here on the black screen. I need to pause for the moment just to discipline myself. I hope you don't mind, but I think we prefer not to have the running nose. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my first material and my storyboard, and you just drag and drop. It is that easy. And what happens immediately, you see that my video is being uploaded in the dark screen. If I click go, see, immediately it is there. What I can do, I can decide how I would like to trim that video, or which part of that video I'd like to cut. And actually, this is what we will be doing. I would like first to add a title card, because what our objective today is to produce, let's say, 1 minute clip. I will not be focusing in this video on like specific content, and I will not be watching for the lip sync, because this is not possible in this, I think, in this frame. Every one of you needs to work on your own video. But I will show you how to maneuver through the technicality. And you can later ask me the questions if you face any problems. So we want to add a title card, and this card is immediately jumping before our movie. Actually, you can change the color of the card, and you can add some text on it. So first of all, I would like to change the color, because this is not my corporate color, or not my brand color. You know that my brand color is orange. So I have here maybe, not many colors, but some, I don't know, 20 or so colors. So I can change this board into any color from the predefined ones. Or actually, if you have your color defined, then you can change it to any from this one. Okay, so just for the purpose of demonstration, I will be using my round color. So I just clicked here, clicking done, and I have my background. On this background, I would like to add some text. So I am opening first of all, the style deposit. And you have here different types of fonts. There are not many, but actually I think enough for our beautiful Hollywood type movies. And before selecting the font, you want to select also the layout in which the fonts will be presented. Actually, the most practical one are the first ones, I think. Either you choose the layout which puts your title in the middle or on the top. But actually, you can try the others. They are more practical if you would like to add this kind of screen in the middle of your video. As then, for instance, on the left or right side, you might have some explanation here. I will just add the title, which is video editing training. And I can use different font for that. It will be immediately presented in different style. So if I choose, for instance, cinema, it will be presented like this. And you can try here. I am still on the right placement. Actually, for the first visual card or graphic card, you would like to use either this one, which gives you really the title positioning, or that one. I prefer to use this one, I think, in this position. If it's bold, it's really too much for me, okay? If it's boom, it's like this. So I'm using the cinema. I'm decent lady, so I don't need to shout, but you are obviously working in different businesses, different environments, so you might need different means of expression. So for the sake of training, we are going to leave it like this. And actually, the next thing you would like to do is to decide how long you would like to have this title card to be presented. For the moment, it is being presented as 3 seconds. We like to change that into, let's say, 5 seconds, only for the sake of this training, so that we can notice actually the change. So if I click now play, you will see that for 5 seconds we will have the title card, and then immediately we are going to the movie. So I'm clicking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ta-da. So still our board is there. We see in the storyboard that it is going to be presented for 5 seconds. And it is up to you. For me, the good standard is really 3 seconds. It's quite a long time. 1, 2, 3. But actually, if you are presenting something on as a promotional material, for instance, you may want to prolong it to 5 seconds. So we can leave it there. It is prepared. We are happy with that. We have our title card. And we may want to have also the end card at the end of our little story. So I want to add another card, which will be positioned at the end. So I just drag and drop it there. Okay? So I have my beginning and I have my end. I'm going to click on my end card and address the content of that card. What I'm going to do, I will change the text there. It could be thank you. It could be you can actually ask people to enroll to your material, enroll to my course, let's say, and you can give them here the link to this course. We are just putting here the course for in this let's say different font. It could be very small, it could be quite big one. You can add different elements into this if you want. But let's go like this. And this one should be presented for longer. 3 seconds might be not enough for people to read and to grasp the message, especially if you are going to redirect them into some place in the internet. So you want to address the duration to 7 seconds, and I think this is the maximum duration. No, you can actually even put manually how long you would like to stay this as a freeze frame in here. So we can put, yeah, let's keep 7 seconds for now. So we have our cards done. We can always decide, if we are not happy, we can always decide to remove it. Sometimes, especially in the beginning, it is easier to remove the title card if you screwed with something and you don't know how to improve it. You just remove it and do it again. Okay. And now we can address our video material. So we have the beginning, we have the middle part, and we have the end. However, our middle part is too long. As you see, we have here the length of all our elements. So we have the first element, which is 5 seconds. Then we have 20 minutes, and we have 7 seconds. So let's address the middle material, and we would like to cut from this material only the 1 minute. So I will just move it wherever I want. Let's say this is my the place that I would like to address, and then basically what you do, you repeat the same exercise we were doing in the first training, if you remember that training, which is trimming. So you are trim the beginning and the end, because what we are doing, we are cutting from the full length of video, we are cutting 1 minute material. So I'm going to put the trimming, and if you see, we have very similar environment for trimming as we used to have in our part 1 video. So what you have a tracker to seek the moment you would like to concentrate, and you have trackers for trimming. So let's say I will just take here this moment, and this is exactly 57 seconds. I'm not sure what I'm talking about there, but we have, I will even cut it shorter so that we can watch it together and it's not that long. So I will have like 30 seconds thing with a distinctive, now speaking, famous theme. So if I'm happy with this, and always I can play it. So let's see how it is being presented before I'm going to mark it as done and save it.
So
What I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing that will really save you a lot of time. So my process is quite simple, and I've been arriving to this process for a couple of months. I think that there we have it. We have our 30-second, 29 actually, here in the upper left, upper right corner. You have the clip length. So this one is 29:43. You can cut it. You can continue cutting it, trimming, as long as you are happy with that. But let's say that for the training purpose, we are happy with this. So I'm clicking done, and it will be converted in the video of that length. So if you see here, I already have my 29-second and 43 milliseconds material. If I am happy with that, I can play it from the beginning. So let's do that, and we'll see what we have. We will end up with 41 seconds of material. So what I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing that will really save you a lot of time. So my process is quite simple, and I've been arriving to this process for a couple of months. I think that okay, and that's it. What we didn't address, now we see it quite vividly, is that we didn't address how long the text on the title card has to stay, because we have addressed how long the card is staying, but not the text. Let me just address that. We have our background. Yes. But actually, I'm not sure if you can prolong it. I don't know, guys. I need to double check. I just realized that I'm not sure how to prolong the text so that it is visible for the full time. Let me check. I will let you know in the comments. Okay. Unless it will come to my mind. However, what I wanted to show you is that there are many more things that you can do with your video. What you can add, you can either decide that you would like to add a special effects. So, for instance, if you can add the special effects only to the video material, not to your title card. Have a look. When we are in the video card, then our menu here, so possibilities to add 3D effects, speeding, and all of that is appearing. When we are in the title card menu, the navigation and the options are much smaller. All right. So let's try to do some. Let's have some fun with this video. What we can do, we can actually within the video add another title card. We can trim it, we can split it, which means that you can cut this video in the middle and add the title card. But you can also add some text on the video directly. So let's say I would like to, through this whole video, I can have my baby Vietnamska name on it. Maybe Vietnamska. Or you can have a title or specific message for your orders. And I can decide how long this text is going to stay on my video, whether it will be through the whole video or only through part of it. Okay? You just need to play with that. I would like to decide that this is not staying for the full length of this 30 seconds spot, because I would like to add some other material, some other elements. And let's say I'd like to address some extra effects. So my extra effects are, I have here the library of my extra effects. And they are, some of them are cute, some of them are a little bit strange, but it is really up to everybody's taste, what you would like to use. I started to use some of this, atomic motion or autumn leaves. I know that bubbles are quite funny, actually. So let's add some bubbles. I would like to add them later on. So we see first. You remember in the first part of my video, they were the Medieviernacka letters. And here I need to decide what is the position of my effects and when in my storyboard I would like the effects to be visible. So this is the positioning. So let's say I would like to have the bubbles about here, and I can make them bigger or smaller, and I can also turn them. So let's make them bigger, and let's decide that they will be happening right after maybe Viernacka is disappearing. So about here. Or for some time that we can know. The bubbles are connected with volume. We see here that there will be some sound. We can also remove the sound. But let's say that for the sake of this training, we have the sound. Then you can decide what it or not. So let's hear it. Into repurposing that will really save you a lot of time. So my process is there. Okay. I hope that you saw the little bubbles getting in. Actually, I'm not using any of this extra effects, but you may decide to use them. And there are many of them. You have here your 3D library, which is quite big. So we just need to wait. For instance, you have a library of words and symbols that you may find attractive or appropriate for you. There are, different elements, maybe hearts or lightnings, or I don't know, summer thing. Could be something that you would like to use. So in the end, let's have the sun. I will have the bubbles, and I have the sun in the very end. Done. Okay. So let's see how. Quite simple, and I've been arriving to this process for a couple of months. I think that. Okay. Play with this, have fun. I know that in the beginning we are quite invigorated. I mean, it's fun, it's joyful, it's nice. Depending what is your target audience really, and how you would like to play with this. I'm not using this anymore. I was trying in the beginning, but actually I don't find it really. But there is another thing that you may want to play with, and in some situations it could be quite practical. And I wanted to share with you about the filters and about the speed. The filters are really giving you this extra opportunity um, to add colors on your video. You have here completely different filters. Like I can change, for instance, my video into icy cold, or I can add some bluish effect, or I can add some pixels if I like. It really depends, you know, um, on your audience and on your needs. So I'm not using it, but I can imagine that for some training materials that could be really useful. So these are filters. We decide that we don't want to use any filters, and there is a speed. The speed is really funny sometimes, very useful for training materials. Um, you can actually slow down the material a little bit, or even a lot, or you can speed it up. So, and be careful with this, because this is really funny. So I can show you that a little change in slow is really changing the voice. So actually, if I can only slow down my voice by 20%, it sounds already different. But you can decide that this is practical for you. So let's hear my voice 80%, 20% lower, slower, but actually you will see that it is also lower.
So, what I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn.
You see, I sound actually like serial murderer. But sometimes you can decide to use this functionality. It happened to me that I thought that I'm speaking very, very fast, and I thought that my voice is quite on this lower levels. So I wanted to slower it down. Eventually, I decided not to do, but you know, sometimes you can do it. And also have a look on speeding. Um, if you want to speed it up, you can really speed it up very, very fast to 64 frames. But actually, if you speed up only by 4 times, um, you see immediate difference. So sometimes you want to show like how things are developing or how things are changing. So this is your tool for that. Let's do it. Sorry. You know, this is really funny. Actually, if you add the speeding only by 25%, I think it is going by specific jumps. So it jumps to 25%. The next jump is 50%, 75. So 25% gives you this.
I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing.
So I sound like a little dwarf, which might be cute for some purposes. Okay. I think this is the majority of video editing. The last point is actually the motion. What you can do, you can play here how you would like to play your video. You can zoom in, zoom out, pan it. These are some extra effects that you might want to use. Let's see zoom in left, because this will be visible actually.
So what I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing that will really save you a lot of time. So my process is quite simple, and I've been arriving to this process a couple of months. I think
it was not visible really. Let's try it again. I'd like to. I'm checking the place. Yes, okay. Motion. Zoom in left and down. I think it's not visible.
So what I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing.
We don't see it, so I'm not sure what is happening. Let's see.
So what I'd like. So
it is so short. It is happening. It is happening, but it is happening at the very beginning. Pay attention. We are zooming right, and the picture is actually jumping from the right.
So
I'm not sure if you.
What I'd like to share with you today is.
I'm not sure if you can even notice that, and that's why I don't really use it, because I find it annoying. This is like in the presentation when people are trying to amuse the public, but actually the boards are either jumping or flipping. But this is annoying, and this is really interfering with your main message. So play with that, have fun, and decide whether you want to use it or not. I'm not using it. So yes, this is I think this is our little video after some polishing and some editing. The last thing that you can do, you can actually either remove the black bars. Some videos are when they are already edited and they are already after the publication, you see the black bars on the top of it and on the bottom of it, which actually the bars are important when you are adding the subtitles, because they are creating the nice background for the subtitles. But if you are not adding any extra elements, then you would like your video, your visual, to be panned for the full space of which is available, which is possible. So you just want to remove the black bars. So this is what you can do with the visual, but actually this is not everything, because what you can do, you can still add some background music, and the background music might be played through the whole video or only through some parts of the video. This background music This background music is coming from your from the library available in this video editor. I don't know if you can play this. This is actually very, very dynamic video, but for some training materials or motivational materials that could be really good. So you have to hear to every of these videos, and you can decide which one you would like to play and in which volume. Okay. Something is not right. Simply remove the music. It's not out. Let's say I would like to have this distance option through the whole of my video. So if that's my wish, it should be embedded. What I need to do, I need to play and check whether it's there. But we are playing, sorry, we are playing the last card. So let's start from the beginning.
So what I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing that will really save you a lot of time. So my process is quite simple, and I've been arriving to this process for a couple of months. I think that
Honestly, guys, I don't hear the background music. I'm not sure if you hear it. But it doesn't seem to be there. Here. Okay.
so.
It's there.
What I'd like to share with you today is how you can turn the video and the writing into repurposing.
I hear the music. I hope that you hear it too. It is embedded through the whole movie. Let me check whether it's still in the end.
This process.
Yes. Yes. So it is added in the video material. You need to do the same thing if you would like to have the background music with your title cards. So basically, you repeat the process. You can choose this one, down, play. But the music is the music was very, very low. I just need to put the sound and play.
So what I'd like to
There. But then you have music here, music there. It is it is quite. I think it is upper level. To be honest with you, I'm not playing with this music on my video. I'm not so experienced as with video editing and hacking the materials, gluing materials together. But that's maybe that's the next level of our lab. I think that we are having all the elements of our material. If we are happy with this is the last playing that we should be doing to decide if we are happy. So it goes through all the elements. And basically what you need to do, if you are happy, you need to click here in the right upper corner, finish the video. What will be happening is that your video will be exported to MP4 material. You need to decide which resolution you would like to have your video in. For Facebook, for Instagram, I'm using high resolution. The lower your resolution is, the lower quality of the video is. And actually, I think that for your training materials, for your courses, you want your video material as it is your branding to stay sharp. So I use high quality, but it means that the video file is bigger as well. So it takes longer to upload and it takes longer to export. So you have to be patient a little bit. So I am decided that we are going to have high quality, and I'm clicking export. This is the last moment when I can decide about my video file name. I still am happy with the name given initially, so it is being exported. Since this video is relatively short, because if you remember, we have about a minute, even less, out of everything, the exporting process will be very, very short. If you have a video which is 20-30 minutes, sorry, I need to stop it. And it will be simply longer. So be patient here. What happens is that once the video is exported, the video editor shows you it immediately, so you can review it or and decide whether you are happy with this. You can, if you want, you can add subtitles to it, but I guess we will be doing it in some later videos as I'm checking the time. And I have covered more than 30 minutes, so it might be a little bit overwhelming for you guys. You can decide to watch it again, or you can decide to cast to your other device, so basically play it on your other screen, be it TV or dimmer, for instance. Okay? So we don't want that. We are happy with the material. So I just close it, and I close my video editor because I'm happy with this. And what I see that on my PC, I have my file already happy saved. I see that it is in MP4 file, and its length is 35 seconds. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That was my little lesson to you and sharing on how you can actually beautify, edit, change, manipulate with your video materials. I hope that I have led you in quite logical manner, so you will not be lost in the process. If you encounter any issues or problems, I would like to have a Q&A session this Friday, this week Friday. So I will be waiting for your questions, and basically I will be answering them live. So let me know if everything is fine with it. And let me answer any of your concerns. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. If you believe that this kind of training could be beneficial for any of your friends, colleagues um, who want to be visible online and who want to learn really easy and effortless techniques, just share this material and send them to my YouTube channel. I will be thrilled and I will be honored to have you and your friends around me in my community. I wish you wonderful rest of your week, of your day. And this is everything from me for today. Stay tuned, guys. Bye.